Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I can't see you, but maybe you can see me. I minimize OBS. I look here, and I convince myself that I am streaming. This is still very, very strange, ladies and gentlemen. Streaming from a browser is strange. Streaming for the first time on a brand new, not a brand new machine, but a brand new configured machine, just restored it, recovered it, went back to factory default, which happens to be Windows 11 now on this machine that originally shipped with Windows 10. But because I went in and messed around with all the cached files, the only thing it has locally anymore is Windows 11. So when I reset it to factory, it reset to Windows 11, which is fine because of what I need to show you now is once again settling into a Windows 11 machine. So I minimize that and I show you as close to the default as Windows 11 comes up. This is fresh after an install. All I did was install OBS, the Open Broadcast Software, from the store, the Microsoft Store. I decided to check if it was in the store. It's popular enough, it might be in there. It's better to install from there if you can, because it auto-upgrades it. And, of course, Edge. I didn't even want to run Edge before it started so that I can capture all that, please let us spy on you stuff that Microsoft does. But chicken and egg, so I went into OBS. And I went into the browser. Those are the two things I've ran so far. Nothing else. This is a stock default system. So the purpose of this is to teach everyone to talk in terms of 80s and 90s movies. That's lesson 1 in learning Linux. Now it's, lesson 34 or something. And the relevant quote, again, is nuke the place from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. So we're going to go from the dark to the light, and we're going to show you how to take your first step to nuking the place from orbit. Now, you won't really be doing that, ladies and gentlemen, until you're on a pure Linux system. Maybe Chrome OS, that's a good way to get there today. Is there another? The only hardware that I know of that's actually made for Linux from scratch is Google's hardware, and I hear it's getting better. And it's based on Debian. That's really good. It's really good. So the first step from going from the dark to the light is to get your butt outside. So I'm going outside for this, if nothing else, and for the symbolism of it. I don't even know where I'm going to walk to do this. I just know I need to be able to see the screen. It's got to be enough shade so that I can see the screen. I got some nice lounge chairs here by the fire pit, and so that's going to be my plan. I'll just do it over here. I got some nice little tables. We're not far from where we roast hot dogs and marshmallows. And I'll pick up this chair and I'll bring it over to the shade so that I can see the screen. And hopefully I'm still streaming. I check my software to make sure that my streaming connection is still nice and strong. Let's see. Are we still streaming? There's OBS. I don't have any bandwidth messages. That's very promising. I guess the next step is I'll try and make it so that I'm in communication with you folks, because I'm just talking to you blindly, and you can start chatting to me. I am interested. It says no one's here, but I don't believe that. There was one person waiting, and oftentimes there are people here. So on a beautiful day like this, I almost hope not. Pop out chat, minimize this, and now we have the desktop plus chat. So if anyone wants to say anything, chime on in. And I don't think you need to face the road. No, it's not bad. It's a good view. I'll stay like that. All right, so we get rid of bloat. When I say nuke the place from orbit, it's the only way to be sure. What I'm really saying is someday get your Windows entirely. Windows 10, Windows 11. You don't need Windows. This is all about getting to Linux, and mostly text-based Linux. And you'll have your desktop. You'll be able to do your desktop stuff, but one desktop is no different from the other. So you just got to get rid of icons, distractions, things that distract you. I've shown this before. But if it's not running, you don't want it showing. So you unpin everything from the taskbar. You can get the stuff later if you want it. Ugh. One of the most intrusive things, I think, is actually OneDrive. And I'll do that after this. Some of these are tough to get rid of. You can't right-click to get rid of some of them. How can you not right-click to get rid of these things? Taskbar Settings. And you turn off everything you can. Turn off Search, turn off Task View, turn off Widgets, turn off Chat. That's how you get rid of them. If you're not, Pen menu off. We'll start taking care of these task things. You just don't want any of this stuff. This isn't the role of an operating system. Surface detach, action required. No, can't get rid of that. This is an important one. OneDrive is running. OneDrive should not be running. So we go into settings. It's probably going to give out my Microsoft email address again, so what? But we have to make sure that we don't have it turned on start. Account, backup, network, office, about. Is it going to be under account? Are those even tabs you can switch between? Oh, settings, there it is, okay. Start OneDrive automatically. So we got to turn that off, hit OK, and then you quit out of OneDrive, and it's the last time you ever have to see it. They make it very difficult. All right. Other tray icons. Nope. Nope. OBS Studio. That's the one that's okay. All right, so we got rid of a lot of that. I would like to get rid of the microphone. But if you can't, you can pick up things and slide them into that place over here. I believe you could on Windows 10. Can you not do that now? How about you right click and attempt to hide it? Weird. All right, so I guess that's about the best we're going to get right now. I would sort of like to slide this over to the left, and you don't need any of these left out except for the things you want to run regularly. This thing. That, weirdly, okay, does this become a how to remove the recycle bin? Perpetual eternal question? Probably. It's in the most counterintuitive locations. Removing the recycle bin, settings, and under settings, you can get to your theme and templates. Oh, it happens to come up. No, that's not my theme and template. It faked me out. Let's find that. Is it going to be appearance, system, Bluetooth? Yeah, that's system I'm under, so I guess we go back one level higher. No, that's accounts. I hate the changes. OBS is having some connectivity problems. I'll probably end up moving closer to the house. I'll do that right now. Okay, get my soda. All right, that'll do it. That'll do, pig. That'll do. The last thing we really need to do, this is not going to be a long stream because it's, in my mind, as few clicks as possible in order to get to the real goal here, which is the Linux install. When last I went through this exercise, I had the wrong desktop size set through OBS. I had this piece here too small. Enable preview, take off preview. There's these different pieces that the screens build out of. My talking head piece, I can't even see it. I guess when you're broadcasting, it doesn't give you the ability to edit it. You can either show it or not. But it was too small. And so now it is the right size and captures the whole thing. So, I keep doing the keyboard shortcut to go left and right in virtual screens. Yeah, that is something that needs to be taken care of right away. And since I have a browser and OBS running, I'm just having like sort of finger spasms here that's making me do the wrong things. I'm going to go to Windows key tab, which brings up the virtual desktop interface. This is what I really want here. And in there, I put a new desktop. And in fact, I'll do a few. I'll do 3. I don't need the full 7 that I traditionally use. But once you have 3 now, you can do that again. Windows tab. And now you can drop OBS in one. And then you can drop the browser in another. And then the chat is over here. And that'll be just like a nice pure desktop with just chat and Windows 11. Let's get rid of that recycle bin. The first attempt didn't work for some reason. Right click on the desktop. That used to be able to, there we go. Probably display settings. Brightness, nightlight, scale, resolution. We want template. I'll do it the same way I did before, template. No, it's not template, it's theme. Themes and related settings. And from down there, it's desktop icon settings. And I must not have hit apply or something. So I remove recycle bin. Apply. There we go. The recycle bin disappeared. And now we can also get rid of those two. Now, in my everyday use, I really do keep some icons out on the desktop because I give them shortcuts. But since we're talking about decrufting and getting rid of bloat, we're just going to get rid of everything that doesn't belong there. These icons, I'm still a little disappointed. I can't click drag to get them to not be visible by moving them over here. There's something I'm missing. Something I'm missing about the user interface change under Windows 11. But certainly the next step is to go into the Start menu and just delete everything out that is pinned. You don't need anything pinned except what you use. In fact, I'm tempted to go uninstalling. See, a right click brings that up and initializes it. No. You don't want to have to look at anything other than what you regularly run. Keep your calendar on your phone, don't you? Microsoft Store, arguably. Photos, that's on Explorer. You don't need that. Settings, okay. Office, kill it with fire. Uninstall. I'm not going to install many things, but that Office icon lurking around there is just an insult. Solitaire. Unpin. Maybe we'll want to place Adobe Express uninstall. I will do some uninstalls, man. So insulting. Spotify, uninstall. This is part of the standard Windows installation. How many millions, if not billions of dollars are used to get this stuff on your machine? You are only human if you are making decisions for your own reasons. If you're following the automatic things unquestioningly, You are Microsoft sheep. We're getting close to what a start bar should look like. We're going to want to try and get rid of this recommended. There's so many things here that are just, awful. Oh, those are recommended because they're things I did. The preview image over in the broadcasting software. I guess for a lot of people, because it's a consumer device, this is helpful, right? How do you get Instagram on your Windows 11 machine? It's mainstream things, I guess. TikTok is something you want on your Windows 11, definitely. Maybe a clock, a lot better than TikTok. Whole point coming up is to get to Vim, so we don't need that. All this stuff you can just search for. If you need any of this, you don't need to be looking at it every time you go into your start bar, especially if you've cleaned your desktop as clean as I have. The next place you go for that first line of defense of things you might want to run is your start menu, and you only want things there that you run like all the time. File Explorer? Nope. Reason? Windows E. Get some keyboard shortcuts in your finger, even if they're Windows keyboard shortcuts. All right, this is getting close. This should be up here. Does that let you, I guess, right-click on that? See, one thing I want to add, OBS. These are the two pieces of software right now on this default machine. The Windows Store I'll keep there because, Terminal, we're going to be getting Terminal soon. Calculator I'll get rid of because I can always bring up Calculator again. All right, so this is kind of like a good starting point for a Windows system. You still with me? It looks like I'm broadcasting. Final attempt to move those. Final attempt at a right click on them. Settings. Would settings for power have hiding the shell icon? I don't think so. Screen and sleep. Yeah, no, I don't think so. All right. I'd kind of like to get that Windows logo over to the left. It's kind of obnoxious there in the middle like that. Let's see. Oh, Terminal? What the heck is going to be Terminal from a Windows logo? I do not know. Let's see what it does. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Windows PowerShell is coming up in a terminal. That's Microsoft Terminal here without installing, without going to the Microsoft Store and adding Terminal. That is huge news. Huge news. Wow. Okay. So we're going to have kind of a different starting point. And I'm going to cut this video now. The battery's real low. I'll probably put a little bit more charge into it. But that's cleaning up Windows to being what I would consider a usable point. And yeah, let me see if anyone's still there. Now I can do the switching between these windows. My browser should be full screen again instead of minimized. One viewer has been one view. Well, if anyone's there, type to me, because this is just a easy peasy quick video. And the next one will be the main magic trick, the WSL install, doing it right with that full screen view. I can tell it's full screen, and I've got it right there because, you know, I can see the lower right stuff of the screen. So, thanks for joining me. Talk to you again soon, and don't forget to subscribe.